pursue the thing you love, the thing you desire the most, and get lost in it and fly away. Cause whatever it is, it's designed to help you soar beyond your potential. So discover what you love and fly away. Yo, it's Anthony Andrews, the Infinite Potential Podcast. I've been gone for a minute, but I love what I do. I love to inspire people, enlighten people. I've been gone for a minute, some family things, some life things, but that stuff happens. You just have to pick yourself up off the ground and keep going. Let's get into it, but before I do, shout out to the Golden State Warriors, NBA champs. What's good with you? I'm a Chicago Bulls fan, but that don't matter. I'm about to be an Orlando Magic fan because they drafted nothing but Michigan players. Ain't that weird? I'm a dude from Michigan that's a Chicago fan, but I love the Michigan Wolverines. So shout out to the Golden State Warriors. Let's get into it. There is no such thing as impossible. Impossibility is a conclusion we come to in our own mind. Since the dawn of time, barriers keep getting broken, and yet we still allow the word impossible to exist. The 4-minute mile was deemed to be impossible until it was broken. The funny thing is, the person who originally broke the record in 1 month's time, that record was broken. What we believe, what we can achieve, is a condition we create in our own mind. I ask everyone this important question. When no one is saying anything to you, what are you saying to yourself? I'm willing to say, and I'm going to be completely real with you, it's probably an overly critical dialogue about I should be further ahead, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. Why should you beat yourself up? And let me talk to you. If that philosophy helped, this land should be flowing with milk and honey. Your critical dialogue is only affirming how you see yourself. In the book Think and Grow Rich, I know I said this before, Napoleon Hill, who's the author, was stating how he had an interview with Andrew Carnegie. He was the billionaire of that day. After the interview, Andrew Carnegie decided, Napoleon, you're coming home with me. And Napoleon Hill was like, man, that's dope because I ain't got nowhere to stay. He didn't have money for a hotel. After the 3 days, Andrew Carnegie was like, look, I got an assignment for you. I want you to craft the philosophy of success. And I'm not going to pay you to do it. And Napoleon Hill was like, he was blown away, but he thought about the access of the people that he can talk to, get to know, and who were already successful. So he accepted the assignment. And Andrew Carnegie said, look, I got something for you. I know it's going to be rough. I know it's going to be tough. But I want you to look in the mirror and say, Andrew Carnegie, not only will I equal your achievements, but I will meet you at the post and pass you at the grandstand. Now, Napoleon Hill admitted he thought he was crazy saying it on day 1. By day 30, he believed it. And that's the trick. Believe what you're stating to yourself. And even if you don't believe it, state it to yourself. And all of a sudden, you will become what you're calling yourself to be. Find some positive statements to say about yourself. Even if you don't see it, you create the condition to start believing it. And over a period of time, you're going to be blown away. You will find yourself becoming exactly what you say you are. How we speak to ourselves and what we believe others are saying about us creates our condition. Man, you can have a lot of fun with this, I'm telling you. See yourself larger than life. Imagine yourself without limits. Crafting masterpiece in your mind about yourself and watch yourself become the imagined version of your masterpiece. The number one thing proven again and again over the course of time is that we become what we think about. Think about the concept of the self-image. All of us see ourselves a certain way, whether good or bad. We all have a self-image. I understand some of us want to be modest and, kind of downplay ourselves and, we don't want to be that much. But your purpose is much larger than your small conclusion. When you think big, you play big. There is something that you have that this world is in desperate need for. The faster you begin to discover the real you, you will begin to radiate the answers that mankind is looking for. Since you are God's highest form of creation, you are royalty. Everything must serve you, not people, but things. All circumstances, situations, whatever the case may be, when you enter a room, these things fall subject to you. The thing is that you have to believe it. Seeing yourself a particular way produces the results that you may be currently experiencing. In the book Psycho-Cybernetics, there's a story about a salesman. And it was way back in the day, they called him the $5,000 salesman. When they put this guy in a rich territory, he will get to the point where he made $5,000 and quit making sales for the rest of the year. They put him in a moderate territory and he would get to $5,000 to kind of, level off. He would get in a poor territory, work hard, and get to $5,000. They even discovered that by the end of the year, he would, get to $5,000 in November and all of a sudden get really, really sick. And they couldn't figure out why. Then by the first of the year, he would start back working again. Then they discovered his self-image, that he only saw himself as a $5,000 a year salesman. And I ask you, see yourself larger than that. See yourself bigger than life. See yourself beyond your own imagination, and you will achieve whatever you are imagining. Okay, let me be real. In 2009, I did not see myself this way. I did not see myself, the person that you're listening to didn't become the person that I'm talking about up until, 2016, 2017. But the thing was, I kept saying the affirmations, I kept visualizing, I kept just going through the process. And through each affirmation, through each visualization, I started to become what I was saying. I started to see who I could be. The sky is literally the limit. There is no end as to what you can experience and accomplish. I have been through some pretty serious situations where I needed solutions right away. And I will get answers in less than 24 hours. For the past 2 years, I have been saying things like, everything works, everything is easy, everything is infinite. God is my supply is infinite. The most beautiful thing is that I actually believe this. Believe it or not, when you state healthy and positive things to yourself, even when the conditions are not present, your subconscious will begin to move your body in that direction. Just because you state something that really doesn't exist doesn't make it a lie. You're just stating more positive things to yourself to ultimately shift your reality. Look, I've been real with you. I've been doing this since 2009, and I've seen the results, and I've shifted my reality, especially from 2020 to the present. Mind stimulation is either positive or negative. That's just being real. You are in control of the flow of the traffic that takes place in your mind. Learn to feed your mind on what you want to think. And if you don't think that, you can think the thoughts that you want to think. What's going to happen is that your mind will result to the default programming. And what is the default programming? Let me tell you. It's the news, social media, others' opinions. Whatever you choose to give your attention to will make an appearance in your reality. You will manifest what you entertain. I would advise everyone to completely ignore all negative thoughts, emotions, and memories. You cannot entertain both positive and negative, or this is where you will experience resistance. This is where fear, anxiety, indecisiveness, and doubt will start to germinate and spread. I've had times, many times, where I gotta get away from people. These people are great, but I can't listen to them because of what flows from their spirit. Remember earlier, I had suggested affirmations, crafting positive statements, Please take me up on that offer, man, because they really work, I promise you. Over a period of time, you will start to be overtaken by what you are stating yourself to be. And please, do not take any days off. Emotional freedom is obtainable, and the effort does require practice. This kind of change requires persistence. Your phone has some kind of notepad in it. Write your statements down there. Read them. Read them every day, please. And I promise you, you will start to see some kind of change in yourself. Another insightful thing I will tell you is that if you struggle with fear, take that word out of your vocabulary altogether. Just take it out of there. Don't even state it, don't say it, nothing. And start to replace it with words like brave or courageous and go from there. In the past, I would struggle with multiple emotions because I would keep bringing them up. And I used to have a board on my wall with all the negative things I knew I had to fix about myself. And then all of a sudden, I heard somebody say something about, don't even entertain what's wrong with you. Entertain everything that you want to see about yourself. And on that day, I took that board down and replaced it with the positive board. Now get this, the negative board and the positive board was on the wall at the same time. And then when I decided to take the board that had all the negative emotions about myself, anything I was struggling with, when I took that board down, my life changed. The least amount of your attention you begin to give to these negative things, the more they cease to exist. I want to thank everybody. The Infinite Potential Podcast. It's Anthony Andrews. Always remember, you are infinite. You are unlimited. Now go impact the world. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Yep. We got a blooper at the end, but it's all good. I'm going to take that one. I love everybody. I'm out.